Okay, I finally figured out this, remembered how to do this. Okay, first of all, remember a basic sine curve starts here at the origin and goes like that. Okay, so that's a sine curve. And then a basic cosine curve, cosine kind of starts here at the maximum and then starts over right there. So that's cosine. So you could write this graph with either one of them and with both. And the general format is y equals a, well, let me write it down here. So for sine, it's going to be y equals a, that's the amplitude, sine of b times x minus h plus k. So that's my horizontal shift, my vertical shift. And the same thing for cosine. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is find the middle of the graph so we can see the shift. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. That's my middle line. Let me change color so that one. Okay, so that's going to give us our amplitude. 1, 2, 3. So we were right about that. 1, 2, 3. So we count from here. Okay. So we know our amplitude on both of them is 3. Now let's look for our shift. So this is my central line, which would normally be at the origin. So it's been shifted up 1. That's going to be true for both graphs. Now we have to find B. So we remember that the period is 2 pi over B. So B is equal to 2 pi over the period. So we have to find the period for this graph. So you count from peak to peak. And he said each tick mark is pi over 4. So that's the easiest way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? From here to here. Or let's say this was a sine curve that started right here. You can go from here and to where your thing is about to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That would also give you 1, 2, 3, 4. That would also give you that period. So it's going to be 2 pi over, what am I writing? So B is equal to 2 pi over, my period was 4 of these pi over 4s. So that's simply pi, okay? So my period is pi for this graph. And that cancels out, so B is equal to 2. Okay, now, let's say if it were a sine graph, it's going to start here, okay? So we have a horizontal shift of pi over 4. And remember, we always do the opposite. So if it's to the right, then it's going to be minus pi over 4. Okay. And then cosine starts here, okay? But look, normally it would start right there. So if this were flipped, right, it would be like that. It would be an actual cosine curve. So all we have to do is put a minus in front of there, and it hasn't been shifted any. So my sine is 3 sine of 2 x minus pi over 4 plus 1 minus 3, and then my cosine is 3 cosine 2x plus 1. All right, hope that makes sense. I'll see you this afternoon.